Hey, boys and girls. Today, our Bible story comes from the book of Exodus. That's in the Old Testament, and actually, it's the second book of the Bible. Our story is from Exodus 1, right at the very beginning. Boys and girls, Joseph and his brothers and all the Israelite people had been living in Egypt, and they were loved by the king of Egypt. And so they grew and grew in numbers. Well, many years had passed, and all those Israelites, Joseph and his brothers, had gotten older and they had passed away. But God just continued to bless the Israelite people, and they continued to grow in numbers, so much so that they filled the land of Egypt. Well, the Pharaoh that loved them so much died, and a new Pharaoh came into power. A Pharaoh is a big word for king. He was the king of Egypt. Well, this Pharaoh was very afraid of the Israelite people. He saw how many there were, and he was afraid that their strength was going to overtake him. He thought that they might just even join with enemies of Egypt and fight against them. So what did Pharaoh do? He put harsh taskmasters over all of the Israelite people and made them slaves. He made the work so hard. The Egyptians forced God's people to build storage cities by carrying heavy bricks and working in the fields under whips. Boys and girls, I've got some bricks right here, and I just wonder how hard it would be to try to pull those. So let's see. If I had to pull these to build storage cities for oh gosh, see, they're even falling off. I can't even carry them all. Oh wow, I can see how hard that would be. Whew, I'm kind of tired now. Let's get back to the story. The work was really hard, as you can tell, and the people suffered under the Egyptians. Their lives were filled with bitterness. But God continued to bless his people, and they continued to grow in number. So Pharaoh had another idea. He went to the midwives, the Hebrew midwives, who helped deliver babies. And he said to them, when you're helping a Hebrew woman give birth, if it's a boy, kill him. And if it's a girl, let her live. Well, the midwives knew that this was wrong, and they feared God and did not want to do what Pharaoh told them to do. So, when the babies were born, they let them all live. Pharaoh came to them and said, what have you done? Why are all these boys living? So the midwives said to Pharaoh, well, Hebrew women are not like Egyptian women. They are strong, and they give birth before we can even arrive. So God was kind to those midwives, and the Israelite people continued to grow and grow in number. And because the midwives feared God and did what was right, God blessed them with families of their own too. So boys and girls, even when conditions are hard, God continued to protect the Israelite people. And you know what? God protects us too.